No children in UWESO will sleep hungry.
The recent Naman G77 plus China summit triggered an influx of street children into children's homes, including UWESO Masulita home, exacerbating an already challenging situation. The home, initially designed for 150 children, now accommodates over 700 children, putting a strain on resources meant for 150 children with a population age between 18 years to 2 weeks old babies.
We had planned for a month, basically for the 200, but then all the food, everything that we had on ground was consumed in less than 1.5 days because the number was quite overwhelming. And from since then we had been challenged with the issues of bedding. We did not have enough beddings, issues to do with the medication. Some of them came with different illness from the streets. And then the issues to do with food. We are happy to report that KCCA was able to support us with the food that would take us up to end of January. Currently, we have over 711 here on ground, including 9 mothers. And we have about 556 girls and then over 160 boys here on ground.
We have submitted our budget framework paper. The challenge of street children, unfortunately, is unfunded as of now, but I hope this will help make a stronger point that we must finance this effort. There is no way you are going to get these children from the streets. There is no way you are going to maintain them here as is the case. There is no way you are going to reintegrate them without government committing resources.
A fundraising dinner was organized, raising over 1 billion to support some of these homes. UWESO, established in 1989 by the First Lady of Uganda, Kataha Museveni, aimed to provide a home for the homeless.
God spoke to Mama and told her that I'm going to give you victory. That is when she was still in exile. Uganda, you're going to come back to Uganda, but when you come, remember to take care of my children, orphans and widows and youth.
Every single district almost in the country has a footprint of UWESO. And what do we do in those districts? We go in and identify families, vulnerable families. We identify children who are either HIV positive or they don't go to school, and these children are put into programs. So this family strengthening program, as I said earlier, Masulita is just one of the few. Because Masulita initially raised children actually who were orphans, who had been, after the war, these children had been abandoned. They were brought into this village, looked after. Many of them are big boys. We have some who are doctors, we have some two who are engineers, we have the program head at UWESO, so they grew up here from the war. Now that has been overtaken by events. We don't have the wars anymore. So the next problem we have, because programs, you respond according to the situation. We have a rehabilitation program. That rehabilitation program divides the children or segments the children according to the age. Some of them are taken to primary to study, others are taken for vocational skilling. Once we do that and the children are ready, maybe they've learned how to lay bricks or they can tailor or they can construct, we take them back to Karamoja and try to fit them into the community. So what we are now focusing on is developing a family strengthening program back in Karamoja, so that when these children are taken back home, they can actually settle and stay without coming back to the street.
Manish Farsani of Tororo Cement praised the First Lady Kataha Museveni for her openness in allowing extensive help, emphasizing the importance of giving back.
Today, why and on which capacity I stand here is because of my uncle Hasmukh Kanji Patel, the owner and the chairman of Tororo Cement and Mombasa Cement. I am his nephew, he is my uncle, he is the chairman, and it is his heart and his force that runs all this. We still have a long way to go. This is just the first phase. My contractor is there. He was happy that he's going to leave in 2 weeks from now. So now he's saying, boss, I'm going to look for a house nearby here. So I've given him extra work to finish. Even after that is going to finish, we shall meet again and see what we can add.
Natasha Museveni, part of the Liberation Generation, initially fundraised 1 billion for the home and represented the First Lady in commissioning the facilities.
From different individuals and companies and corporations, and with the support of the President and the First Lady, And yeah, so we're here to commission some of these buildings. Today's handover of the 2 dormitories, it's actually more than 2 dormitories, that have been rebuilt is just another testimony of God's faithfulness and his remembrance of those who do his work.
UWESO's mission aligns with the quote by First Lady Kataha Museveni: investing in children is the greatest investment on earth, striving to raise responsible citizens regardless of their troubling backgrounds. The commissioning of these renovated facilities at UWESO Masulita Children's Home marks a step towards addressing the challenges faced by homeless children, with continued effort needed to ensure their well-being and future as responsible citizens. Sharon Chomjisha, UBC News.